Hello, hello. Welcome to a brand new episode of the podcast. I'm Mia, and I'm currently surrounded by 3 empty coffee mugs and a very fluffy cat.
And I'm Leo, and I am currently looking at my desk, which has absolutely nothing on it. Just my computer and a glass of water. Perfect.
That sounds so boring, Leo. Today, we are talking about home. You know, the place where you can be yourself. But looking at our different styles, I think we have very different ideas of what a home is.
Definitely. For me, a home is a machine for living. It needs to be clean, organized, and functional. If I don't use something every day, I don't want it in my house.
A machine? No way. A home is like a hug. It should be warm and full of memories. I have travel souvenirs on every shelf, pictures of my friends on the fridge, and so many plants that my living room looks like a small jungle.
A jungle? Mia, I remember visiting your place. I tried to put my keys on the table, but there was no space. There were books, candles, and a tiny statue of a golden elephant.
That elephant brings good luck, and it looks cute. Speaking of things that don't belong, can we talk about your kitchen?
What's wrong with my kitchen? It's spotless.
You have a professional racing bicycle parked next to your dining table. Why?
Because it's a beautiful piece of engineering. Why hide it in a dark garage? I like to look at it while I eat my cereal. It inspires me to be fast.
You're eating cornflakes, Leo, not winning the Tour de France. In my kitchen, the most important thing is the atmosphere. I have a bread station and a coffee corner. It's organized in a creative way.
Creative way is just a fancy word for I can't find the spoons, right?
I find them eventually. But seriously, let's talk about the bedroom. This is where the real conflict happens. I think a bed should have at least 5 pillows, different sizes, different colors.
5? Why? You only have one head, Mia. Science says you only need 1 pillow, maybe 2 if you're feeling crazy.
It's not about science, it's about comfort. I like to dive into a sea of softness, and I spend 10 minutes every morning making it look perfect.
See, that's where we differ. I don't make my bed.
What? Never?
Think about it. I get out of bed at 7 a.m., I go to work, I come home. I get back into the bed at 11 p.m. Why would I spend time making it look neat when I'm just going to mess it up again? It's a waste of energy.
It's about the feeling. When I come home tired and see a beautiful made bed, I feel like a queen. When you see your messy bed, don't you feel chaotic?
Not at all. I feel efficient. But okay, I understand. For you, home is about the look and the feel. For me, it's about the utility.
But what about the smell? A home should smell like vanilla or fresh laundry.
My home smells like nothing, and that's the best smell in the world. It means it's clean.
You are a robot, Leo. A very clean robot. But I think our listeners might agree with me. A home needs a little bit of soul, even if that soul is a bit messy.
Maybe. But before we get into the details of the other rooms, we should talk about the most important rule of any home, the no shoes policy.
Oh, now that is a serious topic.
So, Mia, let's talk about the no shoes policy. I am very strict about this. When someone enters my house, the shoes stay at the door. No exceptions.
I totally agree. Walking on a carpet with outdoor shoes is a crime. It's like bringing the whole street into your sanctuary. But Leo, do you provide slippers for your guests?
Slippers? No. I tell them to bring their own socks. Good quality socks.
Leo, that is so cold. I have a big basket next to my door filled with guest slippers. Some are shaped like bears, some are extra fluffy, and some are just simple. It makes people feel welcome.
If I see someone walking in my house with bear-shaped slippers, I might lose my focus. It's distracting.
You just don't like fun. But okay, let's move from the hallway into the living room. My living room is my favorite place. I call it the nest.
The nest? Let me guess, because it's full of sticks and mud?
No, because it's cozy and safe. I have a huge L-shaped sofa. It's so big that you can actually get lost in it, and there's always a blanket within reach.
See, that's my nightmare. My living room is open space. I have one designer chair, it's made of leather and wood, it's very expensive and very uncomfortable, but it looks amazing.
Why would you buy a chair that is uncomfortable? That's like buying a car that doesn't move.
It's about the aesthetic, Mia. When I sit in that chair, I feel like a serious person. I don't want to sink into a sofa and fall asleep. I want to sit, drink my coffee, and think about my goals.
Well, I sit on my sofa, eat popcorn, and think about what I'm going to watch on Netflix. That's my goal. And what about the TV? My TV is huge. It's like a cinema.
I don't have a TV in the living room. It ruins the wall. I have a small projector that I use once a month. Otherwise, the wall stays white and empty.
White and empty? My walls are covered in art. I have paintings, posters, and even a shelf for my weird things collection.
Weird things? Please tell me it's not more golden elephants.
No, it's things I found on the beach. Interesting rocks, pieces of blue glass, a very cool piece of wood that looks like a dragon.
Mia, most people call that trash.
It's not trash, it's character. It tells a story. When people come over, we look at my shelves and we talk about where I found everything. In your house, what do people talk about? The white wall?
We talk about important things, philosophy, technology, the bicycle in the kitchen.
Okay, I admit, the bicycle is a conversation starter, but a home needs to be lived in. My living room has life. It has a little bit of dust, maybe a coffee stain on a coaster, and a lot of love.
I prefer my life to be dust-free. But I have to ask, if your living room is a jungle of plants and a nest of blankets, where do you put your books?
Oh, they're everywhere. On the table, under the bed, on the floor.
I think I'm going to have a headache just thinking about it. Let's talk about organization or your lack of it in the next part. Okay, Mia, we survived the living room. Now let's talk about the most dangerous place in your house, the kitchen.
Dangerous. My kitchen is the heart of my home. It's where the magic happens. It's where I make my famous spicy pasta and my triple chocolate cookies.
I've seen your kitchen, Mia. There are jars of spices everywhere. Most of them don't even have labels. How do you know if you're adding salt or sugar?
I use my chef's intuition, Leo. I smell things, I taste things. It's an adventure. My kitchen counters are full of life. I have a bowl of fresh lemons, a jar of wooden spoons, and at least 3 different coffee makers.
3? Why do you need 3? I have one coffee machine. It is programmable. It makes coffee at exactly 7:15 a.m. It is efficient and clean. Your counter looks like a museum of old kettles.
Each one has a purpose. One is for French press, one is for espresso, and one is just pretty. And don't get me started on your fridge. Your fridge is scary, Leo.
Scary? It's perfect. Everything is in transparent glass containers. They're labeled with the date I cooked them. Monday's chicken is in the Monday box. Tuesday's broccoli is in the Tuesday box.
Exactly. It's like a laboratory, not a kitchen. And where are your fridge magnets? My fridge is covered in them. I have magnets from London, Tokyo, Paris, and one shaped like a slice of pizza. I even have a to-do list with a drawing of a cat on it.
Magnets are visual clutter, Mia. They make the kitchen look busy. I want my fridge to be a silver, shining monolith. Pure, silent, empty. On the outside, organized on the inside.
You're missing out on the joy of a messy kitchen. There's nothing better than the smell of garlic and onions frying while you listen to some jazz and look for a spatula under a pile of napkins.
That sounds like a recipe for a fire, not a dinner. When I cook, I use a digital scale. If the recipe says 200 grams of flour, I use exactly 200 grams, not 201, not 199.
I don't even own a scale. I use a handful of this and a splash of that. Cooking is about feeling, not math.
Cooking is chemistry, Mia, and chemistry requires precision. By the way, speaking of precision, do you have a junk drawer in your kitchen?
Oh, the everything drawer? Of course, every home has one. It's where the batteries, the old keys, the rubber bands, and the mystery menus are kept.
I don't. If an object doesn't have a specific home, it doesn't belong in my house. My batteries are in a battery organizer box. My keys are on a key hook. There is no mystery in my kitchen.
You're no fun. Half the fun of a junk drawer is finding a pen that actually works after trying 5 broken ones.
That sounds like a waste of 5 minutes. But hey, at least we agree on one thing. The kitchen is where the food is, and I'm getting hungry.
Me too. But before we eat, we need to talk about the most private part of the house, the bathroom. And I have a feeling your bathroom looks like a hotel room.
Better than a hotel room, Mia. Much better.
Okay, Leo, we've talked about the kitchen, but now let's move to the most relaxing room in the house, the bathroom. Or, as I like to call it, my personal spa.
Personal spa? Mia, it's a room for washing. You go in, you get clean, you come out. It should take 10 minutes maximum.
10 minutes? Leo, it takes me 10 minutes just to choose which scent of shower gel I want to use today. Do I want to smell like a tropical coconut or maybe a fresh mountain lavender?
I use one bottle. It's a 3-in-1. Shampoo, conditioner, and body wash. It's blue, it smells like ocean, and it works perfectly. Why would you need more than one bottle?
A 3-in-1? That's not a soap, Leo. That's a tragedy. My bathroom has shelves full of things. I have face creams, hair masks, body scrubs, and at least 5 different types of serums. My skin needs to feel like silk.
Your skin needs to feel like skin, Mia. When I look at your bathroom counter, I can't even see the sink. There are bottles everywhere. And what are those colorful balls in the glass jar? Are they candy?
No, do not eat those. Those are bath bombs. You drop them in the water, they fizz, and the water turns purple and smells like roses. It's the best way to relax after a long day of recording this podcast.
I prefer a cold shower. It's good for the blood circulation. It's fast, it's refreshing, and it doesn't require fizzing purple roses. And let's talk about towels. I have 2 towels. One is for the body, one is for the hands. They are white.
Just 2? I have a whole closet for towels. I have the guest towels, which no one is allowed to touch, the hair towels, which are extra soft, and the giant fluffy towels for when I want to feel like I'm in a 5-star hotel.
My bathroom is a 5-star hotel. It's empty. There is nothing on the floor. No bath mats with pictures of ducks on them.
My duck mat is iconic, Leo. It makes me smile every morning. And speaking of the morning, let's talk about the mirror. Do you have a mirror routine?
My routine is I look in the mirror, I shave, I brush my teeth with my electric toothbrush, which by the way is connected to an app on my phone, and I leave.
An app for your toothbrush? You really are a tech nerd. I spend my time in front of the mirror doing my 10-step skincare routine. It's like a ceremony. I put on music, I light a candle.
A candle in the bathroom? That sounds like a fire hazard, Mia. Water and fire don't mix well in small spaces.
It's about the vibe, Leo. You wouldn't understand. But I have a question. Where do you keep your medicine? In a medicine cabinet or just in a random box?
Everything is in a locked, organized cabinet. Band-Aids are sorted by size, aspirin is on the top shelf, everything has a label. I bet yours are just flying around in a drawer.
Well, they are in a very pretty basket, somewhere. If I need a Band-Aid, I usually have to look for 10 minutes, but I always find one eventually.
I don't know how you survive in that house, Mia. It's a miracle.
It's not a miracle, it's just a cozy life. But okay, we've talked about the inside of the house. What about the outside? Do you have a balcony or a garden?
Oh, I have a balcony, and it is the most organized balcony in the city. So, as I was saying, Mia, My balcony is a masterpiece of design. I have exactly one chair, ergonomic, of course, and a small table for my laptop. I sit there, I look at the city, and I feel productive.
Productive on a balcony? Leo, a balcony is for dreaming. My balcony is a tiny paradise. I have fairy lights hanging everywhere, a small rug on the floor, and about 20 different plants. I even have a tomato plant that I named Tommy.
You named a tomato? Mia, that's a fruit. You're supposed to eat it, not be friends with it. And 20 plants on a 2-meter balcony? How do you even walk?
I don't walk, I squeeze through. It's like a secret garden. At night, I turn on the fairy lights, make a cup of herbal tea, and listen to the city sounds. It's so romantic.
It sounds like a fire hazard again. My balcony is clear. I even have a small weather station that tells me the exact humidity and wind speed.
Why do you need to know the wind speed to drink coffee? You're not flying a plane, Leo.
Knowledge is power, Mia. But okay, let's talk about where the real work happens, the home office. Since we both work from home sometimes, this is important. My desk is a 0G standing desk.
0G? Like an astronaut?
Almost. It's perfectly balanced. My cables are all hidden in special tubes. There is nothing on the desk except my monitor and my keyboard. It helps me focus.
My desk is, well, it's a bit different. I have 3 different notebooks, 5 pens, only 2 work, a collection of stickers, a half-eaten chocolate bar, and a photo of my dog wearing a hat.
How can you think with all that noise? I need silence and empty space. If I see a chocolate bar, I eat the chocolate bar. End of work.
That's the point. If I get stressed, I look at the photo of my dog or eat a piece of chocolate. It's my emotional support desk. And I have sticky notes everywhere, on the monitor, on the lamp, even on the wall.
I use a digital task manager. My sticky notes are in the cloud. They don't fall off and stick to my cat.
Hey, that only happened once. But seriously, don't you think a home should reflect your personality? Your house reflects a robot's personality.
My house reflects peace, Mia. When I close my door, the world stays outside. No clutter, no noise, no Tommy the tomato, just me and my thoughts.
I like the noise. I like the messy memories. Every item in my house has a story. That broken lamp? I bought it on a rainy day in London. That weird painting? My nephew drew it for me.
I prefer to make memories outside the house. Inside, I want a clean slate. But I guess that's why we're friends. We balance each other out. You bring the chaos, I bring the vacuum cleaner.
Exactly. But there's one thing we haven't talked about yet. The hardest part of having a home is moving to a new one.
Oh no, don't remind me. Packing is my specialized skill and your nightmare. Packing. The word itself makes me feel organized. When I move house, I buy specific boxes. Size A for books, size B for clothes. I use color-coded tape, red for kitchen, blue for bathroom. It's a beautiful system.
System. Leo, when I move, it's a national emergency. I usually start packing 2 hours before the truck arrives. I don't have size A boxes. I have trash bags, grocery bags, and sometimes I just wrap things in my blankets and hope for the best.
That explains why your golden elephant has a broken trunk. Mia, moving is a science. You need a spreadsheet. You need to know exactly where your socks are at 4 p.m. on moving day.
Who cares about socks? On moving day, the only thing that matters is finding the coffee machine and the cat. Last time I moved, I thought I lost my cat, but she was just sleeping inside a box of sweaters. I almost taped the box shut.
Laughs. Poor cat. But see, that's the stress I avoid. For me, moving is a fresh start. I throw away everything I don't need. It's a reset button for my life.
I can't throw things away. I look at an old movie ticket and think, oh, I remember that night. The popcorn was too salty. I must keep this forever. My boxes are full of memories. Your boxes are just empty space.
But that's the question, isn't it? What actually makes a house a home? Is it the building, the color of the walls, or the stuff we put inside?
I think it's the feeling you have when you turn the key in the lock. It's that deep breath you take when you realize you can finally take off your shoes or put on your bear-shaped slippers and just be yourself.
I agree. Even though I like my white walls and you like your jungle balcony, the feeling is the same. It's the place where the world stops bothering you. It's where you have your favorite snacks and your favorite chair, even if it's an uncomfortable leather one.
Exactly. Home is where you don't have to apologize for having a bicycle in your kitchen or 5 pillows on your bed. It's your own little kingdom.
Well said, Mia. I think I'm going to go home now and organize my battery drawer. It's been a long day.
And I'm going home to talk to my tomato plant and watch a movie under my mountain of blankets.
Thanks for joining us today, everyone. It was great talking about our home sweet homes with you.
We hope you enjoyed this series. Tell us, are you a Leo or a Mia? Do you have a Tommy the tomato on your balcony?
Or a bicycle in your kitchen? Don't be shy. We won't judge. Much.
Goodbye, everyone. Keep your homes cozy, however you like them.
Goodbye.